at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He lets it fly for Lockett. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down. Here's Murray from midfield. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. On play action, it's Murray. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st down, Murray under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Looking deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Hey, Ribbless, come to my work. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Kill.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He lets it fly for Lockett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Oh, strong running by Oliver.
Set, ready. Double dog. That's the way. Slam. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. Check. Check 13. Watch the shift.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella with his second touchdown here. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Hey, check 24. Go, baby. Switch.
Mahomes now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that'll bring up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
No. Off. Check it back.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Metcalf once again the target, and it'll bring up third down. And again, it's Mahomes. He'll find Metcalf. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line. Mahomes now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On second down, McFarland. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Watch the safety creep. Wide, get wide. Check safety. Watch out.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
It's going to be a long day. Out. He's checking. Crash. Shit. Check. Lucky. Go. Switch.
counterplay. Drake. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. Watch the pass, watch the pass. Here we go, here we go.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Returnable for Lockett. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He lets it fly for Lockett. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Tyler Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I'm coming. 54. My 54. And let's get that wrong. Right there, 54.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Will be incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that 2nd catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Check 52.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 76 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Murray now on first down. That'll be caught by Rice. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
First down, Cardinals.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be popped.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Attack!
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
From the 16, Mahomes flushed out right. And he is is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
Knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a two-score swing that you just gave up.
Here's Matt Bosher now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. On 1st down, McFarland, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
First down, Arizona.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And this will be incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Silver.
They'll run with Dre. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great error with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 24. Out is is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. On second and a long way to go. Murray. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, and that takes us from second to third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Murray with a 3rd and long. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Murray now on first down. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. Murray now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. 39 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to face a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Murray will pass complete. It's Bird. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Offensively after having time to talk it over. Murray now to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Murray from midfield. He's going to let it fly. This is caught. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 48 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime...
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 2nd and goal. Murray to the end zone, but it's incomplete. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal.
Watch right. Watch right. Watch right. Nice, sweetheart. 58.
Murray, one final try. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's now 4th and goal.
Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever